Oh, there are, just in case you don't know, there are Dark of the Moon shockwaves in Tesco's. It needs to be a big Tesco's, but they are there. Except that when I went there, they'd all sold out. I did, on the other hand, get this! So good. A bit weak on the hips. In fact, I've just stood him up now and he's a bit flimsy. I don't like the eyes at all. In fact, if I'm honest, the head deserves taking off and a total repaint on a brand new figure. I don't know why they've got a white and grey body with a white head and a blue face. He's like a super smurf, but he is very good. He poses sort of well as long as you pose it all in the same sort of thing, but at the same time his hips are quite shit. But he's definitely an 8 out of 10. He's a really, really, really nice robot. The other thing that I got was Purglade. I got me a Purglade. It's lovely. Is accents on YouTube racism? I thought I'd have a talk. I've been... hang on, I'm making some space. You know, I'm always saying my desk is too full of robots. I've been buying Dark of the Moon, so I have more robots. I've been watching a programme about Homo erectus and human beings, and why human beings beat Homo erectus. And when I was 20 minutes into this 30-minute programme, thinking, I wonder if I severed a vein right now, I'd die quickly enough that I wouldn't have to suffer the rest of this fucking programme. It suddenly realised to me that I thought I'd put my bloody camera on, innit? And I thought I got... oh, it's falling apart already. The toy that I'm about to show you suffers from quite a serious integral flaw. It does this though. Woohoo! And so good. Transformers, robots in disguise, Optimus Prime. It is actually, genuinely, seriously, an absolute thing of beauty. You've got this on the top. You've got a little red button on the top there, and when you press it, he gets water squirter jetties out of there. This actually extends, which means it's big as well. Really big. Hang on, I'm going to let people come in and then we'll carry on. Okay, I'm back. So you got extender bubble, yeah, we like. Inside here, I can't remember how to... oh yeah, I do. There's a thing in the back here, there's a button in the back here if you press it. Ah, oh, there we go. It was a bit flaccid. It didn't spring to attention quite quick enough. It is an old toy. Ah! So, and then you have to put these back one at a time. The only thing I'm missing from this is one missile. I bought this from the big Transformers convention meeting toy thing that we did, where the Lord of Time and J-Bot and all came down. Logan Blaze all came down to say hello and hang out and be cool kids. I got this, I saw it and I was just like, I can't, not spending any money. I'd been laid off about a week before and I was cacking it. And I'd saved a little bit of money and I knew I was going to buy one or two things because I didn't want to not enjoy the day. But when I saw this, I mean, look at the size of it compared to, let's compare it to, here, classic Starscream. Look at the size difference. It's just a glorious, great big thing of beauty. So let's explore it. That goes up and down, that goes in and out, and that's all it does. Now we're going to fall into the early point here, because if you want to do, you press the button in between the lights, and the lights go... lights and sounds. Now, we're going to go into some of the foibles of it before I go into what an amazing toy it is. See these brackets here? Well, they are the only bits holding the whole front cab section together. So if I do that, look, of course now it's not going to fall apart, but if you brum brum this, if you sit there and go brum 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 forward and backwards, the whole cab piece will fall apart. The other big issue with it is that it doesn't attach to anything. It's just you've got to fold it like that and hope for the best. The tyres on here say Fire Convoy. I love that. Do they all say it? No, the back ones don't, but only the front ones do. That's fine, we'll let it get away with that. You've got really nice front transparent windows. Although you do have kibble in here, it doesn't suggest robot parts. I'm quite alright with that. You've got Japanese on one side with Cybertron written there, Autobot logo. Quite clearly, although not really if you do it like that, but that is the big robot head. It's okay, it's not too bad, but it's just sort of, it looks like a shooty water thing, sort of for close up. Overall, I adore this figure. Although this mode is just glorious, I'd never really keep it in this mode. Because it does this. So let's get busy with the fizzy. What you're going to do is just sort of yank it all apart like that, and you get a back piece and a front piece. So the front piece is we're going to pull all of this leg gubbins apart. See here, look, those clips there, those two fit into those clips there, look, and that's the only bit connecting the front to the back together. So it doesn't take an awful lot when you brum it around, if you were going to play with it as a toy, as a child would, instead of being an oversized idiot. It doesn't give you much scope for it. Anyway, so let's do baby Optimus, and then we'll work on to the rest. Front end of the cab. Okay, we've been through all of this. These move up and down, you'll find out why in a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the cab and split the cab at the front and sort of pull everything down and straighten everything out. We'll see why in a moment. What we're going to do is turn that like that, fold that like that, and then, oh, we're not going to do that at all, stupid boy. We're going to put them that way, fold it in like that, fold that in like that. Okay, so again, turn that way, fold that in like that, fold that in like that. Okay, that gives us legs. Alright, so we're like that. Okay, that's his front, that's his back, and you know, because he's got yellow lights, like his hip lights on the G1. Continuity. You take the grey pieces and the white pieces, pull them apart. The grey pieces are going to turn into feeties, like so. The white pieces are going to click down, and there's a nice chunky clunk, so you know it's worked properly. So again, we're going to turn that around like that, like that. Halfway there, we're going to twist the body up, take these side panels. You see the detail on these, looks like that corrugated metal stuff that you make drain covers out of. It's very nice. Point these up for the moment just to get them out of the way so we don't do any damage. Pull the arms out and just bring them to the side like much any other prime. But what you do is pull that sheet and that goes down, and twist it backwards, and that gives you an elbow joint. Then your fist is already in there, and the fisty, as you can see, is, well, where are we? Part of the hideaway mechanism. So as you push the panel open, the fist comes out. So we'll do that the other way around. And this is one of the real shames of this figure. Not that I'm complaining, it's not a complaint at all. The person that I bought it off, I got a very, very good deal. Dom the toy collector, hello if you're out there. I've offered to buy lots of more bits off, but I haven't seen him in ages. And that leaves you with Optimus head. Oh, hang on, I've got toys anyway. Optimus head. And it's a very nice Optimus head. It's an overly cartoony. It's very Japanese, isn't it? Although RID is essentially a Japanese theory. But I mean, that head is so much like the truck or monkey head, isn't it? It's really Optimus Primal-ish. Like it. Ball joint, turns that way, goes forwards quite a lot, goes backwards quite a lot, and these antenna things will go forwards and backwards as well. There's no real need for them to do that. They don't need to do that. They just sort of do. And there you have Optimus Prime, RID, just as a robot. Now, as you can probably see, if I do that, and I can see that it must be working because it's shining stuff on the camera lens, but it's really, really shiny. I love this. This is all funky, hunky, chunky. Really, really like it. Shit tiny little feet, massive great big calves. This is horrible, but I love it all at the same time. It's not good. It's quite an epic fail. What I do like though is when you do that and you press the button, these light bars, especially when it's dark, glow up. That's more or less it. But what you also get, if I can stand this one up so he doesn't fall over. Well, that's not going to help, is it? Done. You got all of this gumph. Okay, loads and loads and loads of gubbins. I'm not going to go through the transformation of it all quite too much because it will spoil the finale. But what you do is you start to unplug and pull all this apart. Okay, you leave this battle bit at the back kind of plugged in together. Take that, push it down, angle that up because this is on a flap as well, so you can get kind of an angle on the floor thing. And then this bit over here, you can just sort of stick bits on. I did know there was a proper way to do this. I'm not sure if I can quite remember what it was, but oh, I know. You take these, okay. I'm going to put this down. You take these and you turn that round the other way like that. You take that top bit like that and pop all this together, which is clever in itself. And then you've got your handy here. So if you have your handy, put that out like that. They look like hoses. So they look like sort of fire hoses. And then you can take the peg that's on there to your base station that's here. And on top of your base station, you've got holes. So you can plug that in there and then turn your turrets forward. So then you've got hoses coming out of that, water hoses coming out of that. Let me do... Did you have a nice day? Did you have a nice day? Mine was a bit strange. I can't tell you why because it's about work stuff, but it was a bit strange. I got asked questions that I was uncomfortable answering. I don't like it when they do that. I've not been there long enough to really form an opinion about people. I've formed my opinion about people, but I don't know if it's right yet. Take the other peg, take the other hole, and just plug one into the other, and that gives you base station fire convoy. So, I mean, you could just put that on the floor and extend that and have that like that and shoot the missiles out, and you've got guns here. So technically you could have guns there, which could be guns, and then guns there, and then some more guns there, plus the missile launchers on the back here. Let's do that for fun. Like, it's not successful, that. It's not successful. So you got all of that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and them. I don't like base modes, they're not my favourite. So going to fall off of where it is. But that's not why we love this toy. This is a half mode. It's like, it's the pseudo okay, not brilliant, but we'll accept it mode. So we're going to go back to this monstrosity and we're going to start ripping bits off. So you take the top off altogether like that. This is cumbersome when we go into the next mode, but you have to accept it. When you're putting these away, you've got to do them backwards in order, because if you do them the wrong way around, they won't sit flat, they won't fire properly, they won't spring up, and it'll all go a bit swervy. This is nice, look, you get a little seat for a man to sit on, which I think it harkens back beautifully to the days of Diaclone, and I just like it. I'm working. I'm doing it. I'm going as quick as I can. So you've got these blocks, which are the back half of the fire truck, which is blatantly the back half of a fire truck. There's no kibble on there. There's nothing that suggests it's going to be a robot. So what we're going to do is take the feeties, which are underneath, lift the feeties up to sort of a 45-degree angle, because then when they're at a 45-degree angle, you can take the wheels, fold the wheels in, which gives you a flat base, lift the foot up. Take the grey bit there, and inside is hiding robot stuff. Doesn't look too robot stuff, but it is robot stuff. Keep that open. As you can probably see, I hope you can see inside, is a peg in the back there. Lights are hot. Peg in the back there. Okay. Let's do that to the other one. Let's do that a little bit quicker than before. 1, 2. Oh, the tyres falling off. Got to look after that. Proper rubber tyres. It's the little things in life. She's lucky because mine's little. Yeah. Moving on. So what you do is you take your Optimus Prime. And you take these holes in the bottom of his feeties, and you take all of that, shove that in, so the hole in the heel meets up with the hole in the bottom of this. Okay, and then you can see there's a hole in the knee, and there's a hole on the peg, which you're with your add-on bit, and you just peg those together like so. So we'll do that to the other one. Plug and play. Plug that in on the front, and now you've got massive, great, big swamp monster for Optimus Prime. He's okay like that. He's not the best. He's okay. He's not bad at all. Okay. What you do is you then take these bits, which we had before as fire hoses, spraying off crap all over the place. Inside, I can show you better if I take it to pieces. The way this flaps, look, that peg goes into that slot, so you fold, it all holds together. That's genius. No hinges or clips or bits you can break. It's just nice chunky plastic that even children can play with and not screw up. But you've got holes here. Oh dear, you know what this is? This is a peg hole moment. So you've got peg, hole, peg, hole. It's like a peg and a hole. It's quite enough of that. And then you take those bits, plug those bits onto those bits, like that. Then close it all up together, like so. And you've got massive fists of doom. We need to do that on the other side. You don't actually need to take it all apart to do it. You can just squeeze it in like that. Point the guns forward. So now your hosey things are hands. The fists rotate like that, and the thumbs will go. That's sort of, if I can do it while you're looking at, and not. There, the thumbs will go at 45 degrees. It's a token thing. It's not brilliant. You can see a lot of the fisty pads on the inside. I don't really care. I like him like that. I think he looks nice and chunky and monkey, and he looks like he'd be a badass. But what you need to do now is take your shoulders like that and pull, okay, which gives you a hell of a lot more width. Then you take your Autobot logos off the extra bits that are left over. I've got to go this way and see what I'm doing. And you've got these will clip on over the top. Oh, you got to do the silver pipes forward, you Wally. They'll clip on over the top like. You'd have thought I'd know what I was talking about. I've transformed this bad boy bloody 1,000 times. Well, not 1,000 times, but quite a few. So that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Yes, 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 yes. Shush. There we go. And that's just sort of popped on now, look. So again, we'll do the same thing for the other side. There we go, and that's popped on there, look. And now you have all of this gorgeous shoulder pad stuff up here, which is beautiful. And then the arms down there. So he's got a lot of bulk, but he's still got a weedy little body. So we put this down. We take this piece of bad boy, and you've got to take the thing. Oh, these go, by the way. I don't play with this very much. I'm frightened of breaking it. So that goes all the way around to the back like that, and you've got to take that bit and flap that up to get it out of the way. Otherwise it won't stand up. And then under here you've got holes there, and on his shoulders you've got holes, pegs, sorry, there, look, see? So what you do is you've got to take your light bars, and don't damage them, so move them down like that. You've got to take your top holes, where are we? Take your top holes, push the whole body section up so his head disappears, which gives him this big old long torso, and then match your holes up, one there and one there, and push. It's got an extra clip at the back like that. Okay, then you do the big reveal. Can you see that clip there? That's going to clip on to the holes that are there. It does chip the red metally, transmetally stuff, but the end product's amazing. Look at that. All you got to do is fold that down. Transformers Fire Convoy. What you do is push up the waist a smidge like that, and that's Transformers Fire Convoy. He's amazing. He's just thoroughly gorgeous. Articulation isn't limited by being Fire Convoy. He'll still do that. He'll still bend at the knee. He will still go up and down like that. He'll still move a bit there. He's still got lots of elbow articulation. Nothing on this is hindered. His head will move like that. The gun things at the side will still go. You got Autobot logos over the top there. You can bolt other stuff on. Look, this is like perfect. It's absolutely enormous. And for size comparison, let's do a pure and compare it to Starscream again, because that seems to be what he likes to do. And he gets about 18 bazillion, cajillion, lots of views. I'd be happy with 100 each. That's fine. Oh, look. And on here, so okay, let's go through it properly before we've finished. These are beautiful. The way this attaches onto this is almost invisible in this mode. This thing meets up with the edge of the calf so well, it's unbelievable. The toesies don't stand out at all. The fact that you can see his puddies on the inside, it doesn't bother me in the least. Everything else on it is just so goddamn amazing. This is all and what you got under here is, because it's Japanese, is a pseudo faux spark thing. I don't know, it's definitely not a matrix of any description. I like the way this is angled. It offsets a kind of organic, ergonomic naturalness to it, instead of it being too symmetrical all the time. It just makes it look a bit more alive, if that makes sense. It brings in into reality slightly more than just being a toy plastic robot. And that's pretty much that. I mean, you can't fire the missiles that are under here anymore or anything like that. And I thought I'd despise this being like this. I'd seen it before, I'd seen the art, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And a lot of the time, you can't pose this guy. You can't pose him at all. His feet are so big, and they're so flat, and there's no posability. But posability on this is, you can do that sort of move, and then twist that foot a little bit. So that's sort of flat, look. The posability with this guy is borderline 0. However, he looks so goddamn good, just stood there towering over on everyone going, I am Optimus Prime Transformer! Like he would do if he was Japanese. I just love him. I thought you'd like to have a little look at him. Next up is going to be very, very similar, but white and blue. Getting away from the standard kind of take an Optimus Prime and paint it white. Oh, not the Japanese, not the RID people. No, 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 no. They're going to make Transformer robots with great big long legs. And on that note, this has been SMS number 1, having a great big long ramble about a big red robot. Oh, and I forgot. Big up your bad self.